Hi guys, Jeremy here, and in this video, we're GoHighLevel Automation. We'll give you an overview of GHL's automation features, including workflows and triggers, automated campaigns, and how to use your settings to customize your workflows. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create automated workflows, set up triggers, manage campaign settings, and use automation tools to save time and enhance customer experience. But before we get started, I have a special offer for you. Now, normally, if you go through GHL's website, you're going to get a 14-day free trial. However, with my link, you are going to receive a 30-day free trial. And on top of that, as a big thank you, I'm also giving you access to my full course, Go High Level Jumpstart, which walks you through setting up and launching your business within those first 30 days. GHL offers many features and it's easy to get lost. So in my course, I highlight the most important aspects to focus on, helping you start making money using GHL in those initial 30 days. Additionally, you'll receive my top-notch high-quality templates for free, including the Business Hub template for managing your business and the Finance Hub for tracking your finances, among others. Now, they are worth over $900, but you'll get all of that for free as a thank you for using my affiliate link in the description. Simply click the first link to find all the details about these offers and how to claim them. It's my way of saying thank you for supporting the channel. Now, let's dive in. GoHighLevel provides a robust set of automation features that make it possible to streamline various parts of your business. With automation, you can create workflows that handle customer interactions, marketing campaigns, appointment bookings, follow-ups, and more. Automation allows you to set up sequences of actions that are triggered by specific events, helping you manage customer relationships and stay engaged with your audience without having to be hands-on every step of the way. The power of automation lies in its ability to turn time-consuming, repetitive tasks into efficient, self-operating processes. For example, instead of manually sending reminders to customers who book appointments, you can set up an automated workflow that sends them a confirmation message, a reminder, and even a follow-up message for feedback. By using GoHighLevel's automation features, you can ensure that every customer interaction is managed efficiently, on time, and without missing any important details. To better understand the automation process, let's explore how workflows and triggers work together in GHL. Workflows and triggers are two key elements of automation in GoHighLevel, and understanding how they work together is essential for getting the most out of your platform. So a workflow is essentially a series of actions that are performed automatically when certain conditions are met. Triggers are the starting point for these workflows. They define the conditions or events that need to happen for a workflow to begin. So think of a trigger as the if statement and the workflow as the sequence of then actions. For example, if a customer books an appointment, which is the trigger, then the system can automatically send them a confirmation email, a reminder 24 hours before their appointment, and a follow-up message after the workflow. Triggers can be based on a variety of events, such as new contact being added, a form submission, or a specific date and time. Now, once a trigger occurs, the workflow takes over and executes all the defined actions automatically. With GoHighLevel's automation capabilities, you can also set conditions within the workflows. Now, this means that depending on how a customer interacts with the workflow, responding to a message or clicking on a link, different actions can be taken. Now, this allows for more personalization and ensures that every customer gets a tailored experience. And now that you have a basic understanding of workflows and triggers, let's move on to creating automated campaigns using workflows. Now, to create a new workflow, start by clicking on the Automation tab in the left-hand menu of the GoHighLevel account. This will take you to the workflow list page, where you can see any workflows that you've already created. If this is your first time creating a workflow, you'll see an empty list. Now, don't worry though, we'll walk you through every step of the process. So to create a new workflow, click on the Create Workflow button, which is located at the top right side of the page. Now you'll be given two options. You can either select a recipe or you can start from scratch. For this demo, we'll choose to select a recipe, which will give us a pre-built template to work from. Now once you've selected the recipe option, you'll be taken to the template page. Here, you can choose the type of template that you'd like to use. For this demo, we'll choose the WhatsApp delivery status template, which will automate the process of sending WhatsApp messages to customers when they book an appointment and provide feedback based on the delivery status. After selecting the template, it will take a moment to load, and then you'll be taken to the Workflow Builder interface. The Builder is the main workspace where you design and build your workflow. The interface is laid out in a flowchart-like manner, which makes it easy to see the steps, conditions, and actions in your workflow. Now you can add, modify, and connect different actions to create the exact automation sequence that you need for your business. The visual layout helps you see how each part of the workflow connects to the next, making it easy to understand and optimize your processes. There's a stats view toggle on the top left side of the builder. Now this allows you to switch to a view that shows real-time statistics on how many people are currently in each stage of your workflow. Now this feature is incredibly useful for monitoring the performance of your workflows and making adjustments to improve results. In the bottom left corner of the builder, you'll see zoom options that allow you to zoom in or out of the workflow diagram. This is helpful for getting a better view of complex workflows or focusing on specific details within the workflow. Let's take a closer look at the workflow we're building using the WhatsApp delivery status template. Now, this workflow is designed to automate the processes of sending WhatsApp messages to customers when they book an appointment and follow up based on the delivery status. Let me now walk you through the process, how the workflow functions step by step. The workflow starts with a trigger. When a customer books an appointment, this event initiates the workflow. Immediately after the trigger, a WhatsApp message is sent to the customer confirming their appointment. Now, to ensure that the message is successfully delivered, the workflow includes a condition that checks whether the WhatsApp number provided by the customer is valid. Now, depending on the outcome of this condition, the workflow will take one of three possible paths. If the WhatsApp message is successfully delivered, the workflow ends there. If the WhatsApp number is invalid, the workflow automatically sends an SMS message to the customer as a fallback. Now, if the system is unable to determine the delivery status of the WhatsApp message, an email is sent to notify the customer. You can customize the entire template to fit your specific needs. For example, you can add new triggers, conditions, or actions to enhance the workflow. To add a new trigger, simply click on the Add New Trigger option within the builder. Now, you can also add conditions to create branches within the workflow. The Workflow Builder also gives you access to additional sections beyond the main builder interface, such as settings, enrollment history, and execution logs. Let's take a closer look at each of these sections and how they can help you optimize your workflows. The settings section allows you to configure various aspects of how the workflow behaves. Now, this includes options like re-entry rules, communication settings, and response handling. In the contact settings area, you can choose whether to allow contacts to re-enter the workflow if they've already completed it. If allow re-entry is enabled, a contact can go through the workflow again if they trigger it a second time. If this option is disabled, contacts who have already completed the workflow will be skipped if they meet the trigger conditions again. Another option is allow multiple opportunities, which means that the same contact can have multiple instances of the workflow running at different times. Now, this is helpful if a customer engages with your business in multiple ways and you want each interaction to be managed independently. The stop on response setting allows you to end the workflow for a contact if they respond to a message sent through the workflow. This is useful for workflows that are designed to elicit a response from the customer, as it ensures that once they engage, they won't continue receiving further automated messages. In the communications settings, you can set the time zone for the workflow, which ensures that all time-based actions are executed according to the correct time zone. Now, you could also set a timer window that restricts when actions can be performed, ensuring that messages aren't set at inappropriate times, like late at night. The Sender Details section lets you set the default sender name, email, and phone number for communications, which can be overridden in individual messages as needed. The Mark as Read option marks conversations that the workflow interacts with as read, which helps you keep track of which messages have been handled. The next section we have is the Enrollment History section. Now, this section provides an overview of all the contacts who have entered the workflow. This allows you to see which contacts are currently in the workflow, which have completed it, and which have dropped out. Now, you can filter the enrollment history by various criteria such as date range, viewing enrollments from the last 30 days, or a custom time range, event type such as enrollment completion or drop-off, and current action and status, showing where the contact is currently positioned in the workflow and what action they are on. You can also see the next execution on field, which shows the next scheduled action for each contact, helping you track upcoming steps. Now, if no contacts have been enrolled yet, you'll see a message that says no enrollments found. As you start to add contacts to the workflow, this section will give you valuable insights into how people are moving through the workflow and where you might need to make improvements. Then we have the execution log section, which gives you detailed information about every action performed by the workflow. Now, this includes actions like sending messages, updating contact information, or applying tags. Now, you can filter the execution logs by date range or action and status to give a more focused view of what's happening within your workflow. The executed on field shows the exact date and time when each action was performed, allowing you to track the timing and sequences of events for each contact. Once you're satisfied with your workflow and have configured all necessary settings, it's time to publish it. At the top of the workflow builder, you'll see a toggle that allows you to switch between draft and publish modes. If you want to make changes to the workflow without it being active, leave it in draft mode. Once you're ready to go live, toggle it to publish, and the workflow will start running automatically. Publishing a workflow means that it will begin reacting to the triggers that you've set and performing the actions defined in the workflow. It's always a good idea to do a final review before publishing to make sure that everything is configured correctly and functioning as expected. Now, this helps you avoid any issues once the workflow goes live. That's it for today's video on GoHighLevel Automation. We covered the key automation features, including workflows and triggers, how to create automated campaigns, and how to manage settings, enrollment history, and execution logs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more GHL tutorials. And remember, you can get a 30-day free trial with all the bonuses that I mentioned by clicking the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.